Push back against the barriers and shields that box you in, against the breath behind words of hatred that set adrift atop unrelenting winds. Push back against the pressures that would have you assimilate into the status quo. Proclaim your name, speak your slang, yo, what up, no, and yo. You see, native tongues disobey pronunciations on purpose with the sole purpose of preserving the souls of native sons. I ain't done. Quite the contrary. I've only just begun illustrating my family portrait. We men and women of strong stock whose roots run deep into American soil like oak trees and orchids, countering the narrative of dope fiend and orphan. I am not just that. I push back against the lie that being a slave was a choice. I push back with unchained wrists and fists that are as free as my voice. I push back against the stares, glares, and jeers of, you shouldn't be here. I push back against my own tears, and I'll sever the ugly heads of my fears should they decide to appear. You see, the foresight makes us fight, and we fight for good reason. Human beings like you and I have a predilection for freedom. So highlighting Dante's wrongs will never make his killing right. I'll provide a bit of context and insight. Founding father and enslaver Benjamin Franklin harnesses electricity through the string of a kite. Thomas Edison assumes credit for creating a bulb of light. Tatiana Jefferson's father died shortly after he found out his daughter was murdered in the dark of night. Our hearts darken like a murderer crows in flight, because even with your inventions and good intentions, you still can't seem to see the light. Something ain't right. So I push back against the assumption that protesting for justice makes me a hellion. I push back against tyranny with good trouble and rebellion. I push back against the delay between 1863 and 1865. I push back against little white lies that spilled into black matters and gave Freddie gray skies. I push back against schism with song, hymnals, jazz, rock, rap. There's even rhythm in my blues, and I'll never lose that. But I will lose these chains. No bondage, no hindrance. You and me are free. Hallelujah and jubilee on this day of remembrance. Push back